Another part of employee access is time off. When time off is selected, there are two options, My Status and My Requests. My Status is going to let you know how many days you have or hours you have available in the categories that are allotted to you. Now this may look different on your screen based on the kind of employee you are. These are allotted differently. I'm going to go back up to time off and choose My Requests. This is where you ask for time off. You can see any requests that you've already put in there and whether they've been approved or not. To create a new request, you're going to go over on the right-hand side and click the Add button. The first thing you need to do is choose a time off code. Again, if I choose the drop down here, this may look different depending upon what kind of employee you are. In this case, I'm going to choose leave. And when choosing leave, you need to choose a reason for the leave. After you choose a reason for the leave, for example, if you choose family illness, according to our staff handbook, you also need to put your relationship to the person with the illness. If you choose a staff illness, you need to list the symptoms, and this is due to COVID. They need to know if this illness is COVID related. If you are going for a medical appointment, then those kinds of details aren't necessary. From there, you need to put in the date that you are going to be gone, the hours, including minutes, and then the start time. And again, this may be different depending upon the type of employee that you are. If you need a sub for your position, then you need to select this box. Even if you've already have someone lined up to be your sub, you still need to select this box. In here, you need to select employees who should know that you're going to be gone. So in our buildings, this would be our administrative assistants. It might be also include a direct supervisor or someone who just would appreciate knowing when you're going to be gone. To select the employee, you can go from the list on here, or you can do a search and search their name on here. And then once you find it, you can select it and it will be added to the list. The person in this box will receive an email about this requested absence. From there, you're going to select Save. Once you press Save, if you requested a sub, it's going to automatically take you out to Frontline, and you need to log in to Frontline. Now, I'm going to give you a little heads up here. This can be deceiving because it may not represent what your username or password happens to be. From here, you need to recreate the absence. Now, if you have already lined up your own sub or it's going to be covered internally, then you can say sub required and you can change this to no. If you want this position to go out to our list of subs so someone fills the position, then you're going to leave it to yes. You're again going to choose your reason for your absence in here. You're going to choose your time. Make sure all of this matches your previous absence. Here is where you can put information specific to your administrator if needed. Here you can put information for your sub. And if you need to, you can attach files for your sub as well. And then from there, you're going to choose Create Absence. If you have lined up your own sub, as we talked about, and you marked this as no, then you should put that information of who you have requested in this note to administrator, so it's communicated out to everyone who will be subbing for you. Here's a helpful hint. If you struggle with logging in to this absence management, you can go up to your name in the upper right hand corner when you're logged in, and you can go to Account Settings. And in the account settings, you can adjust some of this information. So for example, if I go over on the left-hand side where it says Frontline ID, I can adjust my username to something that I can remember. For example, Almost all of our accounts are set up as a last name dot first name. So if you wanted to set Frontline to be the same thing, you could type that in there. And if you have a password that you commonly use, you can set that in here too. You have to do your current password and your new password, and then you can save that information. That may help you to remember, especially if you don't log into absence management very often.